Hey, so are you doing everything you can to overcome social anxiety, but it feels so hard, right? Well, I want to show you why that is in this video and cover these top 5 mistakes that you're making. I want you to work smarter, not harder, and I want you to overcome social anxiety as quickly and painless as possible. Let's go. Now, before we get going with step 1 here, welcome. My name is Rubin. I'm a transformational coach. This channel specializes in reducing your social anxiety. If that's something that you struggle with, welcome home. Okay, and so mistake number 1 that you're making is coming into this with the weak foundation. And what I mean by that is you're coming into it with the wrong mindset. Okay, and this mindset, it's what I call a fixed mindset. And in this fixed mindset, what you are doing is using your anxiety as a reason to beat up on yourself, confirm there's something wrong with you, to make that critical voice in your head even stronger for blaming yourself. Okay, anxiety is a signal. Okay, anxiety is a signal. It can be interpreted in 2 ways. One, as confirmation that there's something wrong with you. The other way that you could interpret this signal is it's an invitation, an opportunity to step into a more powerful version of yourself, a better version of yourself, an invitation to become that person that you've always wanted to become. All anxiety, this signal that you're getting, it's all rooted in your past. It's all rooted in your past traumas and your past pains. But just like the gym, if you want to get into that version of yourself that's got that nice figure that you're looking for, you're gonna have to go through some pain, okay? You're gonna have to go to the gym, you're gonna have to put in the reps, you're going to get sore, you're gonna have to feel the pain, okay? This is the exact same thing. You have to look at your past pain, not suppress it away, not store it away, not distract yourself. Move through the pain. Move through that signal so that you can come out on the other side as a different person, a more evolved person with a more evolved and stronger personality. Okay, mistake number 2 that you're making is you're using top-down approaches to change the way you feel or reduce your anxiety or to make these permanent shifts in your personality that you're looking for. Okay? CBT, reframing your thoughts, trying to think positive. But as you know, social anxiety is intense. You cannot think your way out of it. And it's actually your mind that keeps flooding you with this anxiety. And it's your mind that, as we covered before, interprets the anxiety in the wrong way. It interprets that anxiety as a way to blame yourself, okay? So what you want to do is stop using your mind, deactivate the mind, don't go top down, work from the bottom up. Like we said, your anxiety is a signal, and what's underneath everything, what's sending that signal is, remember, childhood trauma, past pains, past painful experiences that you've been through. So work with those directly instead of trying to work with your mind to get resolution over here. I did make another video on this that goes into this top-down versus what we call bottom-up approaches. I think it'd be super helpful for you, so I'm gonna link it up at the end of the video so you can check that out next. Which brings me to mistake number 3, which is ignoring your past, okay? Don't get me wrong here, action is king. I know you want to move forward, you got big goals, you're going after them, okay? Trying to force yourself, trying to will yourself to move forward to your goals. I get it, action's everything. But is that the right action that you're taking? Because there's a saying, you can only move as fast as your slowest part. And like we talked about, it's all rooted in your childhood programming and past traumas. So when is it, you have to decide for yourself, when does it feel like it's getting way too hard? It's way harder than it needs to be. My peers around me are moving, putting in half the effort, but they're getting 10 times the results. Why is that? The reason is because these childhood traumas and past pains, okay? We don't want to stay here, okay? What we want to do is get resolution on it. Give it enough attention so that we get resolution on it so it no longer slows us down. Then we get back into taking action and moving forward without all the resistance back here without the feeling like you have to force everything. Which brings me to mistake number 4, which is trying to run before you can walk, which is trying to be super expressive, super charismatic, throwing yourself off the deep end into the fire, trying to put yourself out there over and over again. But I want to ask you a question. If you were trying to run a race with an injured leg, would you expect yourself to keep up with everybody else? No. And you have an emotional injury. Like we talked about, you are not resolved from your past. You don't have closure on your past just yet. It's still running you, okay? You're emotionally injured. Slow it down. Okay, so take the baby steps. It's these little wins that add up that mean everything, okay? So instead of trying to be bold and expressive in a group, and when you freeze up and it doesn't happen and beating up on yourself, instead of doing that, just focus on the little win. Focus on, maybe I just want to be a little bit more present. I just want to be a little bit more present and not in my head, okay? And praise yourself for that, okay? And then when you're in your head and you're doing everything you can to get out of your head, and you're starting to panic and worry and freak out a little bit, okay? Instead of doing everything you can to get out of your head so that you can not be exposed, give yourself permission to just walk away and leave the group for a bit and take care of yourself, okay? So the important thing here is, I want you to change your reward system here. Celebrate the little wins. Give yourself some grace. Show yourself some love. Start praising and celebrating yourself for doing the best that you can right now. And last but not least, mistake number 5, which is a lack of support. In particular, not building out an extra support system, an additional emotional support system, a team around you to hold you as you make the transformation. Now, the thing is, this is so important because your mind, it's a self-defeating mechanism. It'll constantly turn against you. It'll constantly justify why you are the way you are and why you're unable to change, okay? Your mind will always do that to you. More importantly here, though, is your social anxiety is developed in a society, is developed in a family of origin, in a friend group, in a school system, in a work system. So your current system, your social structure around you is set up in a way to lock in your current personality. It's locked in a way to keep you small, to keep your personality small, to keep you non-expressive. So you're like a fish in the water. You're this little fish here in this big social structure, and we need to start building out a team around you who's here to hold a space to cultivate your true personality. A space that's over here who's in the interest of you becoming more expressive and taking more space up in the world, okay? Over here, it's gonna feel like you're swimming upstream. Over here, it's gonna feel like you're just flowing with the water. Downstream, it's gonna be inspiring, motivating, uplifting, healing. You're gonna laugh together, you're gonna cry together, okay? And in this space, you're gonna develop a new rock solid self-esteem, okay? And when you develop this solid, rock solid self-esteem over here, when you're in touch with your inherent worth over here, you can show up differently over here, okay? But don't try to heal all of your anxiety in the system that created it. And by the way, if you need more support, I want to offer you a free masterclass. The link is below the video. Within that masterclass, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process for reducing that social anxiety, owning your worth and expressing it fearlessly into the world. I highly encourage you take that and empower yourself with that training today. Thank you for watching. If you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe. Here's that other video I was talking about that goes into the top down versus the bottom up approaches. I think it would be super helpful if you check that out next. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Get out there, have some fun, go explore, go experiment, okay? Start moving towards that more powerful version of yourself, and I'll see you soon, okay? Peace.